time, you will help them.
Some superheroes saved the day, others ruined it. From icons to flops, let's talk about the caped heroes fans can't agree on.
Get out of here!
Some Supermen earned standing ovations. Others made fans wish they had never put on the cape. From inspiring icons like Christopher Reeve to controversial takes like Brandon Routh and Henry Cavill, the legacy of Superman is a roller coaster of love and hate. Let's break down who soared and who crashed hard.
But that is being human. And that's my greatest strength.
On paper, Superman Returns sounded like a love letter to Christopher Reeve's legacy, a spiritual sequel, a respectful continuation. But what fans got was not that. Brandon Routh looked the part. The chiseled jawline, the curl in the hair, the iconic blue suit. He looked like Superman. But the moment the movie started, that's all it was. A look, a vibe, a mannequin in a cape. Instead of a heroic comeback, we got a version of Superman that stalked Lois Lane with X-ray vision, literally spying on her family through their walls. The villain? Forgettable. The climax? Just Superman lifting a giant rock into space. That's it. No epic battle, no moral dilemma, no emotional punch, just weightlifting. Even Brandon Routh later admitted something felt off. After the film, his career hit a wall. He wasn't getting offers and fans weren't exactly begging for a sequel. But in a surprising twist, he got a second chance years later, returning as an older, Kingdom Come-inspired Superman in the Arrowverse. And this time, fans loved him. But sadly, it came too late. The damage from 2006 had already been done. Then there's Superman, who didn't need billion-dollar budgets or CGI explosions. Just a smile, a cape, and a pure heart. Christopher Reeve's Superman didn't just fly, he inspired. In 1978, when the original Superman hit theaters, audiences left feeling like they had witnessed something magical. And that feeling lasted decades. Reeve brought charm, gentleness, and sincerity to the role. His Superman was powerful but never arrogant, kind but never naive. He made you believe in hope. But what truly set him apart? He's Clark Kent. Reeve didn't just throw on glasses and call it a day. His Clark was awkward, soft-spoken, and almost invisible. A complete 180 from Superman, and yet both felt 100% real. Even after tragedy struck, when a horseback accident in 1995 left him paralyzed, Reeve didn't disappear. He became a true hero in the real world, fighting for spinal cord research and becoming a symbol of resilience and courage. He was Superman, with or without the cape. Fans still say it. Reeve wasn't just the first Superman. He was the definitive Superman, the bar, the blueprint. The others are still measured against today.
Senses on. Focus on just what I wanted to see.
If you sculpted Superman straight from a comic book, he'd look exactly like Henry Cavill. Tall, jacked, square jaw, piercing stare. On looks alone, he was perfection. But once he spoke, or didn't speak to be honest, something felt off. In Man of Steel, Cavill's Superman is moody, confused, and distant. He rarely smiles. He barely talks. And most jarring of all, he kills General Zod, snapping his neck in cold blood. For a character known for never crossing that line, for always finding another way, that moment shattered the Superman mythos for many. The controversy didn't stop there. In Batman vs. Superman and Justice League, Cavill's version continued to feel cold and alien. Instead of offering comfort, he radiated tension. Instead of inspiring civilians, he scared them. The world's most hopeful hero felt more like a ticking time bomb. One fan even joked, Spider-Man had more lines in Civil War than Superman did in BVS. Ouch. Then, in October 2022, a spark of hope, Cavill returned to Instagram with a smile and a promise. Superman was back. Fans rejoiced for 2 whole weeks. Then James Gunn and Peter Safran took over, and Cavill was abruptly removed from the role. No warning, no final film, Just another heartbreaking goodbye. Fans were furious, and Cavill, completely blindsided. He had the look but never got the chance to bring the light.
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Enter David Cornsweet, the fresh face of Superman and quite possibly the spark fans have been waiting for. From the second James Gunn released that first image, Corey suiting up in a cluttered apartment while chaos brews outside, fans felt something, not just nostalgia, belief. He looks like a young Christopher Reeve, but there's more than a resemblance. There's a quiet strength in his eyes, a calm energy, and something unmistakably modern. It's not just a reboot, it's a recentering. James Gunn didn't just cast a lookalike, he cast a spirit. He confirmed that Superman won't be a god among men or a silent brooder. He'll be kind, human, and relatable. A Daily Planet reporter who cares deeply. A moral compass who doesn't just save people, he sets the standard. In a world where heroes already exist, this Superman becomes the first among equals. Not because he's the strongest, but because he represents what all heroes should strive for: truth, empathy, and hope. And so far, fans are loving it. One fan said, "He's like a perfect mix of Reeve, Cavill, and Welling." High praise for a hero we haven't even seen in full flight yet. The cape's in good hands. And this time, the light's back.
Superman!
Do you need any help?
Nope. Found what I needed.
Let's be real. Dean Cain's Superman never really felt like Superman. From the jump, Lois and Clark focused more on date nights than saving the world. The tone, rom-com with a splash of cape. The action, rare and underwhelming. Superman barely showed up. And when he did, it felt like Clark Kent never truly disappeared. Same charm, same swagger, same energy. The whole dual identity idea? Tossed out the window. In the comics, Clark Kent is supposed to fade into the background, a bumbling, unnoticeable everyman. Cain played both personas the same, which broke one of Superman's most essential rules. And even after the show ended, things didn't improve. Cain became known for criticizing modern Superman adaptations, labeling them as too woke or politically driven. His real-life persona started clashing with what the Superman symbol is supposed to represent: unity, hope, and strength through compassion. Instead of elevating the character, Cain's version feels more like a misstep, one that modern fans find hard to celebrate. For many, he wore the cape, but never truly carried its weight.
Yeah, you're right. I knew I was dating you for a reason.
Tyler Hoechlin wasn't the Superman anyone expected, but he quickly became the one fans needed. From his first appearance in the Arrowverse to leading Superman and Lois, Tyler's version brought something refreshingly different. No Krypton flashbacks, no retelling of the origin story. Instead, we met Superman as a husband and a fath, eerie or juggling alien threats and PTA meetings. He draws heavy inspiration from Action Comics, Rebirth and Superman for all seasons. Classic runs where Superman leads with empathy, not ego. He's strong, yes, but never cold. Powerful, but never detached. This is a Superman who listens before he punches and always tries to protect civilians first. One scene even shows him trying to move a fight away from civilians, minimizes damage. A small moment, but one that says everything. And Tyler doesn't just balance Clark and Superman, he nails them both. His Clark is thoughtful, grounded, and a little awkward. His Superman is confident, inspiring, and calm under pressure. Fans call him criminally underrated. And honestly, they're not wrong. In a world full of brooding heroes, Tyler Hoechlin's Superman stands tall, with heart, humility, and true heroism.
Almost figured out.
How long have you been doing this?
Time is inconsequential.
In one of Hollywood's weirdest what-ifs, Nicolas Cage was almost Superman. Back in the 90s, Tim Burton was set to direct Superman Lives, with Cage cast as the Man of Steel. But what should have been epic turned into one of the strangest production stories ever. Leaked footage from the canceled film shows Cage in a glowing plastic suit, long black hair flowing like a rock star, and awkward body armor that looked more rave-ready than Kryptonian. The tone leaned into bizarre alien territory. Why? Far from the grounded, hopeful Superman fans knew. Years later, The Flash brought that version back using CGI. For a split second, fans saw Cage's Superman fighting a giant spider in an alternate universe. And the internet went wild, but not in a good way. Even Cage called it out. "I didn't do that," he said, clarifying that the bizarre fight was completely CGI. "That was not what I did." Fans were left wondering, why bring back a Superman no one asked for, and then ruin it with PS2-level graphics? Some legacies never get a chance. Others probably shouldn't. Tom Welling gave us a Superman origin story like no other, and he did it without wearing the cape for almost a decade. In Smallville, Welling played Clark Kent across 10 full seasons. But unlike most versions that rush into the red and Beale suit, this series took its time. It wasn't about Superman saving the world. It was about a Kansas farm boy struggling to understand who he was. From school crushes and family secrets to betrayals and destiny, Welling's Clark felt real. He stumbled, he grew, and he made a ton of mistakes along the way. But when he finally earned the Superman mantle, it meant something. The final episode gave fans what they had waited 10 years for, and it paid off. Then years later, he returned in Crisis on Infinite Earths. And in a twist no one saw coming, we learned he had given up his powers. Not out of defeat, but by choice. To be a husband, a father, a man. That moment hit harder than any super punch ever could. Fans still call it one of the most satisfying endings in superhero TV history. Welling didn't just play Superman, he became the most human version of him ever seen. Superman has worn many faces, but only a few truly captured the soul of the character. Whether it's the hope of Christopher Reeve or the cold detachment of others, fans never forget. Which Superman do you think got it right? Drop your pick in the comments. This debate is far from over.